Unbox English welcomes you once again. Today, what we are going to learn will be noun. So, all of us, knowingly or unknowingly, keep using nouns. We have to, we cannot do away with them. But this is a time for us to know that this is noun and this is the type of noun and all those classifications. Okay, we are going to learn them now. Anything for that matter, whenever you say something about the sun rises in the east, that could be so simple as that. The sun is noun there. நம்ம தமிழில் சொல்லும்போது பெயர் சொல், name it, that is noun. Anything, when you name it, it is noun. When you call a chair, a table, a cot, that is a noun. Okay? But these nouns have different, groups. First noun, we can say common noun. What is a common noun? In a class, if I just go and say, a boy should come, there may be 40 boys in the class. Who will come? Any boy can come. Because I just mentioned a boy. So out of the 40 boys, any boy can come out. Because I wasn't specific. So I mentioned a common name boy, so it was understood as a common name by everybody. Okay? Like boy, girl, or maybe any animal for that matter. Okay, any city. So when I mention the word city, you may think of Mumbai, or maybe any other city anywhere, or I may think of my own Chennai. Okay, so this could be we should be very specific. Unless until we are specific, we mention only a common name. Okay, so that is called a common name. Next comes a proper noun. So common noun. Next will be proper noun. So what is proper noun? When you call Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi, Vajpayee, Mr. Narendra Modi. So when you specify specifically, so naturally they are proper nouns. You name them. Okay? So your uncle may be Mr. Ashok. Okay? When you call him uncle, that is a common noun. Mr. Ashok is a proper noun. So simple as that. Okay? So next comes our abstract noun and concrete noun. Let's learn concrete noun first. Anything which is concrete, like a building, or a table, or a chair, or anything for that matter, any food item, or any book, any picture, or all these things are concrete. You can touch and feel, you can see and feel, you can feel them. But there are other nouns which you can not see. You have to feel or you have to understand. And I say, somehow I developed a great respect for her. Respect for any noble soul. Okay? So that respect is an abstract noun. Okay? So similarly, the word honesty. No, by the word honesty, of course you can associate that word with right from Mahatma Gandhi. There may be a good number of people for you. So you will be associating that name with some people. But that honesty cannot be pictured. Okay? So even negative values like hatred, positive values like love, affection, all feelings, all such things whichever cannot be imagined or felt or seen, or such things are called abstract nouns. So we know what is a concrete noun, what is an abstract noun. So two important things. First, as we saw, common noun and proper noun, and this concrete noun and abstract noun. And there are other two nouns like, countables. You can count certain nouns. Anything we can count, of course. When I give you some books, oh, you have given me 5 books. So you counted the number of books. Okay. So number of dresses, you can count. But I give you oil. Of course you can measure. You can say 3 liters of oil, but can you measure oil by itself? You cannot quantify. Okay. So something like this. There are so many other things like water, oil, not only liquids, there are a good number of things which cannot be rice. Okay. So many things are there which cannot be counted. Not necessarily stars. Okay. Stars are always countable and uncountable. Okay. So you can give any number to that. But of course, a day might come and people really measure and tell us all these things. But generally, countables are there, like books, pens, boards, bag, shirts, okay, dresses, all these things. Whereas all the other things will come under uncountable. So these 6 classifications, you please remember. One more thing is also there, that is material noun. Material noun is like iron, okay, iron, aluminum, and all these things. So any material for that matter, all these things will come under that. So noun, we have broad classifications, and these nouns have plural formation also. We have to, but I think we should understand one thing. English is a language of anomalies. Anomalies in the sense they will come, but as I told you earlier, with all positive anomalies. So they accept, they digest, they welcome, they assimilate. Okay, all these anomalies are welcomed and made one with the nature of the language. The same ethos is given to that also. That is, they don't follow any or maybe one hard and fast rule to form plurals. When you say ox, en is added, and oxen. For child, children. But for boy, there is no en, boy, boys, girl, girls. Like this addition of yes. Sometimes, some words will not have plural at all. And plural formation is a very big process as such. Okay, that is also there. So, plural formation is a very big process in that, and they do with the addition of en, addition of boxes, es, sometimes only single es, sometimes some words do not take at all, like sheep and all, sheep, fish. Okay, very rarely we say fishes, unless and until there are different types of fish, we don't use the word fishes. So such things are there. Okay, so as I told you, it is a beautiful topic, noun. So noun is the basic thing on which the entire edifice of English grammar is going to be built up. Okay, so please watch, share this with your friends, let them know these are all foundation classes. So as we learn this slowly, we'll really build a castle. Okay, so please share it and subscribe. Okay, click the bell icon, and your like is most solicited. That's all I could say. Okay, thank you.